Hello everybody and welcome on back to a new video here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus. My name is Sean and today we are doing a Super Bowl prediction video. I've done a couple of them the last couple of years, last 3. I think this would make 3 years. We've done some what if Super Bowls as well, but there wasn't anything all that interesting this time around. I mean, I guess you could look at it as of like, what if the Lions didn't blow it, or what if the Ravens prevailed or whatever. But yeah, we'll take a look at the real Super Bowl and figure out who is going to win. I don't have any stats or statistics for the other Super Bowls, so sorry about that. I don't know who's. Let's see. I don't remember the results of the other ones, and I won't think about it now because it's not important. If you like to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for hanging out. I know there's probably a ton of Super Bowl predictions going up, so if you pick this video, thanks so much. Shout out to the commenter on the last year's video who told me to keep the Chiefs name out of my mouth or whatever. That was pretty fun. Let's jump into it. Maybe I'll pull that quote up because it was really funny. We're in Madden NFL 24 on the PlayStation 5, and that's what we're doing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. All that good stuff. I need to find the right controller because my Xbox for some reason is on. We have Kansas City as a home team, San Francisco as the away team. We'll go spectate, as we always do. I double-checked who was home and who was registered as away. We're going to go with a Super Bowl simulation. We're going 15-minute quarters, but we're leaving the play clock at 15 seconds remaining. So we'll advance to the game. I think that'll help because I think we had it a little bit too long last time around. So that hopefully will cut it down to...
football is the home of the Super Bowl.
What's it?
This historic
Come on.
matchup is brought to you
I
by
got
EA
distracted because I was
Sports.
trying to make sure I got a
It's the
thumbnail.
Niners and the Chiefs, and it comes your way. Next.
I don't know that I got it.
Sports coverage of the National Football League
Let's
is
see.
on the air. Tonight,
Oh, there we go.
it's all on the line.
It's all on the line tonight, everybody. 3:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on
With
the
a better.
NFC champions, the San
Oh no, they put the
Francisco 49ers.
faces over it. That's not
Alongside
helpful.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
I don't know. There's like a
We don't like to
frame
throw
there.
around the word dynasty
Might have gotten
loosely,
it.
but for the Chiefs, it applies.
Might have gotten
Their
it.
third title now in 5 years.
Oh, I did. Okay, well, I'll have a couple options there. Should I choose which one? So we're here in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium for Super Bowl number 58. The Chiefs back in the Super Bowl, and what a lot of people have been talking about is a down year for that team, which is absurd. That they are that good. They are that good at being able to adjust, that they are that talented, that they are able to still somehow weather all the storms. I do think some injuries helped them. The Bengals were kind of out of it with their quarterback situation. I guess that would probably be the only team I would throw in kind of in their way. They took care of the other two top seeds in the AFC on the road to get to the Super Bowl. San Francisco probably should have been eliminated by both Green Bay and by Detroit, but they persevered, and that's what when you talk about teams that get this far, when you talk about NCAA tournaments, playoff football, all these sorts of things, you talk about the teams that can weather the storms, that can fight through and survive. That's what you want, and that is what this team has done. So, kind of hard to argue them. 12 interceptions, by the way, if you're curious about that stat behind me. That's what you're looking for in these games. These teams in these games weather those storms. Kansas City does get what I think is a pretty big benefit of basically a foregone conclusion that they're going to win their division. There's nobody that's really given them much of a run for their money. Denver was supposed to. The Raiders have been a mess. Los continually underperformed, so we have a wide open Valdez-Scantling. That is a quick strike touchdown. That might be the most unrealistic thing we'll see here, is that Valdez-Scantling will actually catch passes from Patrick Mahomes. It's not their best receiving core. A lot of problems with drops throughout the season. But again, just fighting through. Defense has been incredible for Kansas City. They've given up, I think, 10 points in the second half this season. or this postseason, excuse me. And they quick strike immediately for 6. Busted coverage on the back end for the San Francisco 49ers. A one-play, 74-yard drive, 9 seconds off the clock. And we don't even get an opportunity to see this the 15-second rundown, if that's going to help us or not. Who was your pick to win the Super Bowl? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm leaning Kansas City. I don't like San Francisco. Well, frankly, I don't like either of these teams all that much. Never been wild about either of them. But I dislike San Francisco more than I dislike Kansas City. So, and plus my grandpa's wife is a Kansas City fan, so I'll jump on her bandwagon. Here's Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, his 2022 season stats. Super helpful here in the Super Bowl of 2024, but whatever. These Super Bowl logos, by the way, are awful. They are so bad. We'll have more NFL coverage for you on Tuesday right here on the channel. Random rosters, week number 10, I believe, will be that'll be posted. So come back for more NFL stuff here. Monday is going to be probably X-Men Legends, part number 2. Been enjoying jumping back and playing some of the older games, PS2 and Xbox. This week is Valentine's week, so hopefully you have something special planned for the special someone in your life, and that can be yourself, by the way. So 2nd and 3, following the second, a 7-yard gain. Purdy stands in the pocket, throws over the middle, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. Brandon Ayuk there with the reception, and that'll give him a first down. As Purdy huddles up. I think they usually get set and ready into their position on offense at about the 10-second mark regardless, so I don't think cutting an extra 5 seconds off every play is going to really affect anything. It's just how much we have to watch them getting to the line.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Now
Purdy drops back, clean pocket, but he's getting pressured from the outside, running as he throws it away. I'll call that an incomplete pass. Just did get outside of the tackle box. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Looked like it was a pretty clean rush off the outside. Just took a little long to get there, and Purdy smartly able to get away from the pressure. Not the most athletic guy on the field, but can make you can give you trouble with his legs, but not that time as Chris Jones gets through and picks up the sack. Multiple pressures there by this defense. Oh, and I don't think you could turn that stupid momentum meter off. Oh, and we have had problems with that in the past. The momentum meter is the worst thing that you could possibly have added to this game. It's so broken. Chris Jones busts through. We could have an ugly game here. And the worst part is we cannot simulate it. We can't like fast sim. We're stuck here. So what looked like a promising start for the 49ers. He gets blown up with a near sack, and then a sack to force the 4th down and 20. Right as I was trying to tell you that Brock Purdy can hurt you with his legs. Can't get away from Chris Jones coming up the middle. So Mahomes back out on the field for his 2nd drive of the day. We're going to go with a run off the right side. Pacheco shoved down after a gain of 6. He'll get up to the 22-yard line and sets up a 2nd down and 4 for Kansas City. There are not a lot of replays in this game. It's just kind of it's a very plain, boring presentation. It's why something like NFL 2K3 still looks good or works well. Is because you get the Sega Sports Action replays, you get the you know, albeit kind of cheesy or whatever, but you get the highlight stuff, the telestrations, just a more interesting package, personally, in my opinion. Going with a handoff. Pacheco tries to bounce back to the middle. Oh, that's Edwards-Helaire, I apologize. First tackle for Lenore. Talk that Andy Reid might retire. And who's a free agent on the market, coaching-wise? Oh, that's right, Bill Belichick. Could you imagine Bill Belichick going to the Kansas City Chiefs? You could just sign Bill Belichick up for another about 14 Super Bowl appearances. Misery for all of us. Nice job there by the camera operator. Blurry shot of Ed Reed, Andy Reid. Gonna go with a fake delayed handoff. Stops and throws, and the throw is wild, so good adjustments there by the San Francisco defense. Give up a first down, but they hold them on the second try.
Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
I can't believe that the momentum meter is still in this game. Not a great punt. It'll be out of bounds at the 32-yard line. We're 5 minutes gone here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Kansas City. I think for San Francisco, they have to get Christian McCaffrey involved a little bit more here.
Purdy looking to throw.
Purdy's going to step and throw. We have a penalty flag down. Catch is made around the 45-yard line. We'll see what it is. They're going to call pass interference on the defense. Jalen Watson picking up the penalty there. Interesting call. Seemed like that flag came out pretty early. It's a pretty great job there to still make the catch anyway. But I think the penalty yards are better, maybe? Not really sure if they're going with that reception. Either way, it's 1st and 10. Purdy finds Kittle. That'll pick up 6. Purdy 3 of 5, 26 yards. Kittle has that new design helmet. I think Mahomes has it as well. What I like is the new helmet that doesn't have the bar on the top. It's just like right into the visor.
Throwing on second down, it's
Purdy with a clean pocket, fires over the middle to the 40-yard line. Brandon Ayuk picks up the first down, his second reception of the day. Edwards has his first tackle. They are just letting him rip the ball. Purdy now 4 of 7. Great defense there on the back end for Kansas City to force the incompletion. Very surprised at how little we're seeing Christian McCaffrey utilized in this game so far.
2nd and 10.
Purdy drops, clean pocket, quick throw. Kittle drags a couple guys with him. He'll pick up 3 extra yards on that one. He'll gain 9 total, and he'll set up a 3rd down and 1. McDuffie's first tackle of the afternoon. Could be a big one.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They finally hand it to McCaffrey. They do. He finds some room right side on that Super Bowl logo. Shifts inside. He picks up a very nice gain of 9 all the way down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, San Francisco. This feels like the San Francisco offense we're going to see tomorrow. A little more methodical. Whereas Kansas City feels like the team that's going to have the more explosive plays. And that's not to throw any shade at what San Francisco can do.
That's complete to the tight end Warner. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 20.
I don't watch a lot of 49ers football.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately.
It just seems like you would want to try and grind this game down. Not that you don't trust your defense or anything, but I think you want to limit Mahomes' opportunities as much as possible.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Purdy will set up the
Trio of receivers to the top side of the screen. He's going to find McCaffrey in the flat. It's a 2-yard gain. So bring up 3rd down and 8. Actually, it's a negative 1 yard. It's a 1 yard loss, excuse me. I guess technically it could be a negative 1 yard gain, but that sounds dumb.
He was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck.
So 3rd down and 8. Halfway through quarter number 1 here.
Pretty nice example there of those guys being
Purdy, that's a pretty nice job. Looked like he wanted to run to the outside, then tried to step up and fired a little bit of an off-balance pass there. Looked like maybe Jennings was the intended receiver.
Just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best.
An incompletion sets up 4th down and 8 in this field goal try. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the 49ers put their first points on the board. 7-3.
In this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Pretty nice drive by San Francisco. Kansas City's defense does a good job, though, to bend but not break.
So after the made field goal by Moody,
Which is very interesting to me to see San Francisco just so content with just throwing the ball.
and he returns this to
Return out to the 22-yard line. And here comes Patrick Mahomes yet again. Drive number 3 for Kansas City. 6:59 on the clock in the first quarter.
football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
I forgot how often we saw that.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Mahomes finds Kelsey up past the 40 near the 43-yard line, and that's a good start for this Kansas City drive. I was going to say, so they have 114 total yards. They only have about 40 after the 70-plus yard touchdown throw. And even if you take that one, which went for 21, if you're looking at 20 yards, see if they can get into a little bit more of a rhythm, or I guess any form of rhythm. Took advantage of a busted coverage, but haven't done a whole lot since. 3-yard gain off the left side. 2nd down and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
There's another run. Nice job to throw the stiff arm. Got out of the first tackle, but a terrific job rallying to the football by that SF defense. It's a gain of, what was it, a gain of 3? Gain of 2? 3rd down and medium. Medium. Really impressed with the San Francisco defense has been able to do. I was very worried after the big blown coverage, and he does hold on to that ball there. It looked like it kind of came loose towards the end, but Scamling picks up his 2nd reception of the day. Nice little snag right over the middle. I don't love that defensive situation right there. I don't love that they're just kind of hanging out. Too far, too deep. Guard that 1st down marker. Mahomes with a clean pocket. Finds Pacheco. Pacheco knocked down after a gain of 3. Nice snag. You go back quickly to what I was talking about, which was you get so worried with this game because we've had really bad games in the past. I want to say 2 years ago, the Rams Patriots? Or Rams Bengals. Rams Bengals is what it was. It was like a 200-point game for some reason because the game was just like so broken. That was what I was worrying that we were going to see. A big busted coverage that you go to an immediate 3-and-out by San Francisco. A quick one at that. Or not 3-and-out, but they got one first down. And you're like, oh, great. We're going to give the ball back to Mahomes. Could we be in for an ugly one? The San Francisco defense has done a good job adjusting. Now they have to bend but not break. Try and keep this touchdown deficit. Another throw over the middle. Is that Tony? Who's number 4? I don't know. Rice. First grab of the game goes for 5. And they are inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Kansas City's shown a little bit more of the run game, but only just a little bit. And there he is. Can't believe Taylor Swift's boyfriend actually scored a touchdown. Travis Kelce.
And the Chiefs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
With a 19-yard score there. Just not a great defensive situation there.
He's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down?
And the second passing touchdown of the first quarter pushes his lead out by 10 now. 11. 8 plays, 79 yards, 4:14 off the clock. Down to 2:45 to go in quarter number 1.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Butker kicks it away. It's returned from about 2 yards deep inside the end zone. They'll get past the 20 to the 22. It's a big drive. We have an injury timeout. Oh, Deebo Samuel. Oh, no.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
That is a big-time injury for San Francisco. I don't know that we've called his name just yet. We've called Ayuk's name. We've called Kittle's name. McCaffrey a couple of times.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
You're able to run to McCaffrey. Stick with it. 2 rushes so far here in this first quarter. He's gone for 10 yards. They'll give him a gain of 1 off that right side. And I think you just need to keep pounding it.
Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
There you go. Another run to McCaffrey. Made the first man miss. Second guy gets him, but has trouble bringing him down. He'll get taken down from behind, but it knocks him forward for a yard, maybe 2. 3rd down and 3.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Big 3rd down for San Francisco on what I think is a pretty big drive.
Out of the gun.
Purdy, clean pocket, rolls to his outside, rolling, fires out of bounds. You can't do that. Oh, it's 4th and 3 after the incompletion. Oh. I don't think that's the way you want to roll out of the pocket. He throws it to nobody. And just like that, they can't even pick up a single first down. They're going to get the ball right back to Kansas City.
This one looks good as well.
From the 22 up to the 25. Terrific return coverage. And he picked up 2, maybe 4 yards there.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job.
So from the 26,
secondary getting picked apart,
Kansas City.
Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Mahomes from the shotgun throws outside. I thought that was going to be picked, but instead it's a nice A nice snag by Tony. I think it's maybe one of those plays where we're looking at it from our angle, and it looks like the defender was right there to grab the ball. But if you flipped it, maybe the defender's a step behind or something like that. We see that sometimes in NFL 2K3. Pacheco averaging 5 yards a carry. They're already out to the 45-yard line, approaching midfield. 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. All Kansas City so far in this one. And now we're starting to get into dangerous territory where they might just start running away with it. The San Francisco defense just is not looking good. Valdez-Scantling picks up his 3rd reception. The numbers are a little kind, to say it kindly. 172 passing yards, 74 of those coming off the big rip to open the game. And through one, it is 14-3. Kansas City, who's moving into San Francisco territory. Mahomes shakes his hips, finds a wide receiver. No, they will actually give that, give him that reception. Watson with a nice snag on the sideline. He dropped that ball so quickly. It seemed like it was an incomplete pass.
No pressure. He's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
Mahomes again from the shotgun.
Remember when Carolina did that
against Denver? Okay. Thought he actually missed his target there. And then there's Rice just sitting there. What an interesting combination of patterns. What particular timing that must require for you to throw it behind one receiver while another guy's just sitting there. Hopefully not dragging a defender into the area. It's a bold pass, but those are the kind of plays that are going to win you football games. Throws over the middle. It's snagged in the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown reception of the day. Uh-oh.
In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Beautiful diving grab there.
Here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
2-minute, 18-second drive. It's 6 plays and 74 yards. Each of their scoring drives has been 70-plus yards so far for Kansas City. San Francisco needs points, and they need a touchdown on this next one. It is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
9 yards deep. He'll take a knee, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line.
And he'll take over at the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this to Jennings over the middle.
A completed pass goes for 5 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage.
Let me see if I can find that just delightful comment that was left last year. This is where it's probably pretty annoying for casual viewers of hey, I comment on your videos hey, nice video or great review or whatever, and here you are focusing on somebody who's being a jerk. That rush is going to be a loss of 2 for IU. So let's go Super Bowl. BOW.
Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted
to win Super Bowl 57. I did subscribe to your channel, but once you started running down my world champ KC Chiefs, and I then I blew a subscriber. Nobody can take out my Chiefs, so keep my Chiefs out your mouth, son. And by the way, they lost like 4 games anyway last year, so there were teams that beat them. I just want to point that out. They didn't go undefeated. Anyway, it's just a game. Oh, dear God.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit.
So you're gonna have that awful of a drive, and then that bad of a punt.
5 for 5 that last drive, touchdown pass.
This game is so broken.
I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes.
And the worst part is we can't super sim it at all. It's not like we can make it interesting.
Types of the receivers are usually different.
Now what we can do is we can quit out of the game, reload the game, and make sure stats or like sliders are correct.
And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Another completed pass to Kelsey. Mahomes is 14 of 16. He's already thrown 3 touchdowns. And this San Francisco defense had one answer, but Kansas City has figured out what that answer was, and they have adjusted.
Not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
237 yards to 32. Not exactly sure what that's in reference to, if it's total yards, passing yards, or what, but either way, it's bad. It's really bad. Kelsey has 6 receptions. He already has 100 yards in today's game, and he didn't even catch the 70-some-odd yard bomb. There's your 261 to 46. That was the total yards. The other one must have been passing yards. Warner's second tackle. Mahomes, empty backfield. He's going to take off right up the middle. Slides down after a small gain. Actually, 7 yards. And it's second down and 3.
He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Mahomes, short pass, finds Edwards-Helaire.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about
Oh,
the
boy.
5.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading.
I'm very glad that I made sure that there were only 15 seconds on the play clock. They're not really audibling all that much, it seems, so you probably could actually go even lower than that. And you could really start to shrink down a full-length 15-minute quarter game. Start to cut it down to make it as quick as possible. Gray, 1 rush, 4 yards. Second and goal is coming up from the 1-yard line, and an unstoppable Kansas City offense is knocking on the door yet again.
When you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
I think the magic of Mahomes and Kansas City having probably their best defense they've had since Mahomes has been there, I think that'll be the difference. Because you look at like some of the plays that like Mahomes made in the AFC Championship game, where he's like getting hit and just like floats it up there, and here comes Kelsey out of absolutely nowhere to make the catch. That's the kind of stuff that like tends to just kind of go their way. It's nothing I think a defense can really prepare for.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Oh boy.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Purdy's a very good quarterback. I just don't think he has that magic in him. And how demoralizing are those kinds of plays? Because it's not just that you're on like the wrong end of another like moment of Mahomes magic. It's like that stuff happens on 3rd down. 3rd down, 4th down. When you got to have it, here's some absolutely ludicrous play that happens. I mean, how demoralizing is it for the Detroit Lions to play off the face mask? You know. Okay, here we go, San Francisco. Can we make this interesting at all? No?
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
McCaffrey, 4 rushes, 17 yards, picks up the 1 yard on that play. Second down and 9.
From the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. Single back formation, little pistol set for Purdy. Purdy in trouble, and he's going to be taken down by Gay. 1 sack, 4 tackles. Oh, he has like even a newer, fancier helmet. Willie Gay. I wasn't sure if it was Willie or William.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignment.
The Kansas City has done a really nice job bringing pressure. It hasn't been the most consistent that I've noticed, but when they have, it has been very effective. We've seen now twice that a rusher has come free into the backfield, and we've seen Chris Jones cause havoc up the middle. There's a missed throw high for the intended receiver. And that will do it for that San Francisco drive. It's 4th down and 17 in a 28-3 game.
According to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter, they could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he
Oh my God, it's another awful punt. It's another awful punt. Isaiah Pacheco has 5 rushes for 21 yards. He had 4 for 20 before the 1-yard touchdown run. 8 minutes to go here, second quarter. 25-point game already. And it's very possible that this gets worse.
They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. For those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better
A reference to Microsoft Surface tablets on a PlayStation console. A rare errant throw from Mahomes, and could have been a big mistake if they were able to come up with the pick there. That could have been a game-changing interception. See if you can take this offense out of its rhythm, get your offense going, that spark, that big play to turn things around here. Mahomes under center, tight formation, short drop, or medium drop probably. It was a short drop 3 steps, medium drop 5 steps, deep drop 7 steps. Valdez-Scantling has 4 receptions, 95 yards. And one of those receptions was for 74. So 3 receptions for 21 yards after that big explosive play. Mahomes on 3rd down and 4. Looks and fires, and that's the kind of play I'm talking about. It's not a great throw. It's a great adjustment by Rice. Comes up with a big snag on a 3rd down when you're looking to get off the field.
I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle.
They're at the 36-yard line. Mahomes drops back. Fires wide open is Kelsey. That should have been a touchdown. Mahomes just a little too much on it, pulled him out of bounds. It's still a great grab by Kelsey on the sideline, but he is wide open. You pull that just a little bit. Boop. Get him to go up the sideline for 6.
Team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now it's Mahomes again.
Mahomes, hey, there's a tackle from Fred Warner. Bring a little pressure, get him to move off his spot. He rolls the wrong way right into pressure. Looks like it was kind of 2 looping linebackers. And there's Warner. Taken down to the 19-yard line. I'll give it, wow, all the way up to the 16, huh? It's still a big loss. 2nd and goal. A field goal here is huge. Mahomes, quick pass. Hit as the ball got there. And Kelsey kind of hitting the ground out of frustration. Thought he might have been injured, but Appears like he'll get up and be just fine.
He has open space.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
All right, 3rd down and goal from the 16-yard line. Under 6 to go here in quarter number 2.
Now Mahomes.
Mahomes, clean pocket. And he'll get sacked again. Hargrave. That's a huge sack. 2 monster sacks on that drive. I believe both of them went for about 12 yards. Mahomes tried to get the ball away, but instead ate it, took the sack.
Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That's a great stand by San Francisco. You don't want to give up any more points, but at least you're only giving up a field goal. It's a 4-touchdown game. It's not, I mean, it's a lot. We've seen 28-3 before. Here's where it's important, though. The double dip.
Not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Can you squeeze out 2 possessions by the time this first half ends? And on that second possession, can you score points, field goal, or touchdown? Score points before the half and get the ball back after the half without them touching it. You can cut this down
After the field goal, here's
to a touchdown. That's asking a lot out of an offense that has not looked good in this game with the exception of the field goal drive. And even that was just kind of a Kansas City team that felt like it was bending but not breaking.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out
320 total yards already.
Put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Purdy looking to throw.
The worst part might be that the punts haven't even been good.
It's Jennings.
It's a good start there. Jennings for 9. Take every second off of this clock. 2 drives in 5 minutes is a lot to ask out of this game, especially with how little time I'm leaving on the play clock with only 15 seconds. That does wind it down a little bit quicker. Just a long, methodical drive. Take your time. You don't have to rush. But I think you want to slow it down just enough. Try the double dip here.
Anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Run to McCaffrey. Finds a seam up the middle, and it's 2nd down and 4. Nice 6-yard gain there. Jones on the tackle, his 4th of the day. 4th of the day. Mahomes claps loudly.
Set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Purdy. Clean pocket. Nice throw and a great find for the 1st down. That goes to George Kittle. 3rd reception on the day for him. McDuffie picking up his 3rd tackle. They're in Kansas City territory, and this looks like a different and better San Francisco offense. Getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Is it too little, too late? It's a weird phrase to say in the 2nd quarter, but when you're down 28 points and your offense has shown very little, as the man slips on a banana peel as he falls out of bounds. A lot of effort for a 2-yard gain.
What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping.
Well, they only have like 3 camera angles, huh? They have this, the quarterback clapping loudly, and then a shot of the coach. But here I am buying their video games. We have probably a false start.
I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Is that the drive disrupting penalty you're looking to avoid as a San Francisco 49er? Going to go to McCaffrey. McCaffrey tries to find some room. He'll pick up 2. 3rd down and 11.
2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running
It should go down to the 2-minute warning.
Defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Purdy. And that's Chris Jones. Huge sack. 4th and 25. Kansas City takes a timeout.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
74 just could not hold up. And the second time we've seen on a 3rd down, Purdy just feeling like he's making the wrong decision. They're losing a lot of field position on that one. It's a huge sack. You saw him throw it away on a 3rd down and 4 or whatever it was. Oh my God. San Francisco's punter may be the worst punter in NFL history. Are you kidding me?
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you.
That was a 13-yard punt.
Says,
Brock Purdy lost more yards on that previous play.
Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Mahomes with a play action pass there. Surprisingly misses the targeted receiver.
Completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 47. Mahomes clean pocket. Fires over to, I believe that's Tony.
And that'll be good for
that'll
8
be
yards to the 45.
an 8-yard gain. 3rd reception of the day. Mahomes doing a nice job spreading the ball around. We've seen a lot of Kelsey. We've seen a lot of Valdez-Scantling. But Tony's had some nice catches here and there.
2 yards to gain the first here.
They're down and 2 as the shot clock. The play clock winds down. Mahomes takes off, slides down. We're under a minute to go here in quarter number 2. They did not take a timeout or really work with the hurry up on the previous play, and they're still not doing that here.
Give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Down to 30 seconds here. Kansas City just taking their sweet time.
1st and 10.
Empty. Oh, wow. Oh, God. All of that was awful. Timeout by Kansas City. That was a terrible looking screen. Tony needed to go to his right to the outside. Look at the way the blocking is all set up, and he dances in and gets tackled immediately. Horrendous execution on that play. 2nd and 11 with 23 seconds to go, and just a complete lack of clock management is disgusting. One timeout for Kansas City. Mahomes sets his feet and fires. It's tipped and knocked away by Ward on the back end. 3rd down and 11. This is 4th down. When does the down and distance change in this game? Oh, dear God. No, it's 3rd down and 11.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Mahomes dancing in the pocket. Clean pocket. Nice diving grab there by Tony. 10 seconds. They got to do something here. They got to run out of time. No timeout. Okay, they took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. What?
2 seconds remaining
All
in the
right.
2nd quarter.
Those are always some of the most frustrating things, especially in real life NFL, where you're like, how can I manage this time better than you?
So with 2 ticks,
I'm an idiot.
on is the field goal unit.
You're a coach getting paid millions of dollars to make these decisions, and you can't figure out like how to call timeouts.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will
It is a 34-3 game here after one. San Francisco is, I mean, they look heinous. Heinous.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
I mean, are there even going to be highlights for the San Francisco 49ers?
Patrick Mahomes. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We have hit the halfway point of the video. If it's about the same length as the previous half, I should have this video done by midnight. Yay! My mom's having a little get-together. She specifically said no grumpy kids, and I think she just meant me, even though I have my 2 younger nieces over. Like, one's 11? She'll be 11 shortly. The other one's 7. Like, they don't have any grumpy kids over there. It's like, no, it's just you, Sean. Just you. So here we go.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, this is a good start for the San Francisco 49ers offense. This is what I wanted to see them do in the first half. Feed the ball to McCaffrey. Even if you're not picking up a ton of yards on early downs or early in this game, they'll eventually start to wear down, and you can see a good adjustment here. McCaffrey ripping off big runs. 9 rushes, 52 yards, and the last 3 have been for half of that. That is what you're looking for. Wear this defense down. Give your defense an opportunity to rest when you're coming out of the halftime break. And hopefully they can get into a bit of a rhythm defensively to slow Mahomes down a little bit. Purdy. I'm a little surprised that's not intentional grounding. That was nowhere near a catchable ball. That was specifically thrown out of bounds. I'm sure that you would look at it and go, hey, uncatchable, or receivers in the area, I should say.
After the incomplete pass, here now is
but that
second
is,
and 10.
Yikes. Going with a handoff to McCaffrey, and I don't know why you're even letting Purdy throw the ball. McCaffrey ripping off a huge run. San Francisco has a... That's the answer. They have their answer. McCaffrey off that left side, or that right side, huge.
First level being the D line and linebacker, second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling.
Play action pass, throwing over the middle, finds a receiver. He's down at the 6. That's Brandon Ayuk with a nice reception.
Talked about at halftime, whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
That is a terrific piece of analysis. They look like a completely different team. It looks like they accidentally put in all their subs in the first half, and then the regular starters came out and it was like, oh, we're going to play football now. Can't let that kind of play get you discouraged. Just have to keep going on the ground. It's been blocked really well, but you have to pay this off with points. And it has to be a touchdown.
He had a man his face immediately.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Only a short loss of 1. Shouldn't panic this offense too much. In fact, go right back to him off that left side. Bounces off a man, and he's into the end zone for 6. San Francisco finally into the end zone. It's the first drive of the second half. It's going to be a 24-point game after this, but that's what you want to see. What does the defense have? How do they respond?
To get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here.
Guess I should pull up some of that information while we kind of don't really have much of a game. Who wins Super Bowl? Who wins Super Bowl? Yeah, the Rams-Bengals one is brutal. Brutally bad.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it. And
taking it about 8 yards deep of the end zone, and it's first down and 10 from the 25-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Shotgun set for Patrick Mahomes. Triple receivers to the bottom of that formation. Rice comes up with a nice completion, knocked in the back, but holds on to it. Rolls around after a gain of 15 for a fresh set of downs. Really nice timing there. That ball was out of his hand before Rice even turned around.
And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes from the shotgun, hands to Pacheco. Pacheco with a 15-yard run for himself. Maybe we'll give him 16 yards on it. Kansas City hasn't been consistent on the ground, but they've been effective when they've chosen to use it. Mahomes has just been on fire from in terms of the passing game. You go with the play action pass, throw out to Kelsey. He'll make the reception. Gets thrown forward past the first down marker, and that'll be a gain of 11. Kelsey 8 receptions, 138 yards, and this Chiefs offense is cooking.
But they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're
Mahomes
looking at each other trying to figure out
checking the play, standing back, clean pocket, Rice again. He was the name I was trying to think of when I was talking about spreading the ball around. Rice has been making some nice plays here and there, some good catches. Unless I already mentioned him, I forget. We're getting to the loopy hour here. First down and 10. Mahomes drops, fires, and finds Rice again. He's going to fight his way down to the 2.
For him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
From the shotgun. We go with a quick pass. It's caught by Tony. And that is a response drive right there by Kansas City. A terrific job to just march down the field, assert your dominance, and match what San Francisco down. Match what San Francisco did on their previous drive, only faster and better in like every way possible.
Because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take
Kick is up, kick is good.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third.
So the Rams beat the Bengals. I don't remember who won. I think we might actually be 2 for 2 on the predictions. I don't remember if the Eagles won in the prediction version. I guess I could look at it. Probably not going to affect the stats a year later. Where is it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker
Look at it.
to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
Kansas City up big, 30-17 late in this game. I put
I think that they would like to. I know
Kelly
every
Green's
runner that
on.
we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more.
30-17 looks like it's going to be your final unless they score a field goal.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me,
It's wild how bad all of this is.
Meanwhile, they take a
Well,
shot
yeah,
to
30-17 was the final in that one.
Incomplete. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a
Other
window
one,
to get the
though,
ball
was
in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Awful.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
72. That's what it was. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it was 72-17. Oh my goodness, I haven't been watching this drive, and it doesn't look like I've missed much because it's 3rd and 26. So 2 for 2 so far, and we have Kansas City up big in this one, so we could see if this Madden simulation, at least on my channel, can improve to 3 for 3. It's 3rd down and 26, all the way back at the 9.
Possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Purdy.
Purdy to McCaffrey with a screen. That's a much better executed screen there. Picks up 12, but still needs 14 after that. It's a good job to give your punter some breathing room. I don't think it's really going to matter. This guy's going to shank it for 4 yards anyway.
Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on.
Okay, there you go. Finally a pretty good punt. Someone pulled him to the side and said, kick the ball better. Just like, kick it better.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes on his last drive, 5 for 5, 58 yards. We've seen that stat now twice where he has come back out on the field after a touchdown drive where he was perfect.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown
Going with a
passes.
handoff. You'd be curious to see if Kansas City shifts down into clock management mode. I don't think that they will. I think you would want to stay aggressive here. There's no reason to let a good team like San Francisco stick around to get a little bit of momentum. We see it, where the team takes their foot off the gas a little bit, but they can't re-engage when they need to. Stay aggressive till the halfway point of the 4th quarter, and then I think you can turn it down a little bit. Kelsey in for 6. Travis Kelce's 3rd touchdown of the day. And should have honestly had a 4th.
Charles, it's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown.
Oh, Devontae Adams. I miss you, Devontae. I miss watching you play football for Green Bay. I know you're still playing football because you're playing on the Raiders.
Just like he was a scat
for now.
Before the game,
what if he goes to the
a
Jets?
Zinger or two today, and I was like, a zinger or two. I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
I think depending on what the Raiders do with the draft, I don't know if you'd want to sit around with a rookie quarterback. Come back to Green Bay. Devontae, just come on back to Green Bay. Easy peasy. Can't wait to dream that Devontae Adams is coming back to Green Bay to wake up for the... Wake up and realize, like, oh, nope, that wasn't real. So 48-10 with 6:07 to go in the third quarter. Nice run back all the way out to the 28-yard line. Shoved down from behind today. 12 rushes, 77 yards, an average of 6.4 yards a carry. One touchdown. And a lot of those yards came on the last drive. They finally... Or the first drive of the third quarter. I forgot there was a second drive in there for two reasons. One, it was awful. Two, I was looking at other footage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
Ooh, that snap looked like it came early. I don't know if that's like a weird, like, scripted situation or not scripted, but programmed situation. Where he looked like he was looking this way, then here comes the snap. Still managed to get a 7-yard gain. How is their what could have been most broken play somehow their most positive play, or one of their actually positive plays? Second down and 3, and it's a shotgun run from McCaffrey. Nice run up to the 47-yard line. McCaffrey gets closer to 100 yards on the ground.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just
Brady takes a shot deep, has a man. But good coverage on the back end. I think maybe needed just a little bit more arm on that. Let your receiver run under it. Defender, it would simultaneously look like the receiver was in great position, but the defender was looking great as well, step for step.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Purdy going to try that side again. This time it's going to be dropped. Should have been caught, but
it's rare that a receiver of his
brutal.
Would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost him.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Purdy on 3rd down again, just whips it down the field. Dude, that's a catch. That's a catch by Jennings. Wow.
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
Man. So 2 interesting passes down the field, and then the third one, which again looks like the most broken play that San Francisco has. And that's where they find their success. They shift McCaffrey out to the near sideline. Purdy all day to throw. Nice clean pocket. Picks up 9 3/4 at 2nd down and inches. This drive would be a whole lot more impressive if they weren't down by 38 points.
Until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Purdy sets up to throw.
Purdy throws short, caught. I'll give him a 1st and goal at the 3.
Set him up 1st and goal. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around.
High formation. They're going to go with a fullback run to use check. One rush, nowhere to go.
Gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. McCaffrey.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely gobbled up by Chris Jones. Chris Jones has come up with some big plays in key moments in this game. Some sacks, a nice stop on the run game right there.
Extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft. and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on
third and goal. He's going to run to the outside. Purdy throws and caught for the touchdown. Again, their most broken play is their most successful play. The third time we saw that on that drive. The Niners into the end zone.
What's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball.
Kick is up,
hands.
kick is good.
Makes people miss, gets that run
And
out
that
for the
scoring
catch.
drive was 10 plays, about 4.5 minutes and 71 yards down the field.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we see
Looked like he wanted to return it from about 5 yards deep, but takes the knee, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake.
Play action pass, throws out to the flat. Caught for a gain of 5. 450 yards, 5 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes.
Be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action.
With another play action pass, quick throw, and that'll be incomplete. 29 for 36, only 7 incompletions for Patrick Mahomes in this one. Man, it's a huge third down. I know you're only cutting it down to 24 points, but you can get something going defensively and then turn it into some kind of... Okay, well... Couldn't even get the sentence out of my mouth before they went ahead and just let that third down conversion happen. Kelsey picks up a huge gain up to the 48-yard line.
This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Twenty seconds to go here in quarter number 3. The 31-point game. Kansas City out front. Pacheco tries to bounce it outside. They'll give him no gain. Nice job by the San Francisco defense. Feel like I haven't said that in a while. Stretch that run out nicely toward the far sideline. And that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. It's been all Kansas City all day. And it's never really been in doubt. 510 total yards. And a 31-point lead here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus
Sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
Kansas City goes with the play action to open up quarter number 4. Mahomes wings it down the field, and it's incomplete over through everybody. And his 8th misfire of the game.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
There's a quick throw to the outside. Tony doesn't pick up any yards, but he will get that clock moving. And I think that's what you were looking for. Even if you're throwing the ball, if you're Kansas City, you have a 31-point lead. There's no reason to take big shots like that. Just quick passes, not trying to run up the score or anything, just keeping the clock moving, making that defense, keeping them honest. Not a good punt at all. Returned from the 21, hit at the 23, and knocked down at the 26. First down and 10 for Purdy, McCaffrey, and co. Looks like they've been out of this game since the very first play. thought maybe the drive where they scored some points would be, like, scored the 3, was like, okay, we'll get it to be interesting. But just way too inconsistent from San Francisco in this one. 14-14 fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Purdy with a pass out to McCaffrey. McCaffrey makes a man miss and makes a move to pick up 3, 2nd and 7.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Purdy throws, finds Kittle on that one. Out to the 34-yard line. The 3rd and short coming up. 4 receptions, 25 yards. Kittle has not been nearly as involved as I thought he would be. I think that's kind of just been the whole situation with this San Francisco offense. I should be calling Kittle's name and McCaffrey's name real frequently. We don't know. I don't know if the receiver who was injured, Deebo Samuel, I think it was injured on a kick return. I don't know that we ever got an update on him. I don't know if he's been back in this game. I would assume no, but this offense has been so bad throughout the game that we haven't really had many opportunities to call out a lot of these San Francisco players. Purdy from the shotgun. Clean pocket. Quick throw out to is that McCaffrey again? It's a gain of 5. This is where I'm okay with the prevent defense. They're up by a lot of points. Let them take the short passes. Let them get 5 yards, 10 yards, dink and dunk it, and work their way through. Just can't give up that big bomb. Can't let this team back in this game. But with all the short passes, it does keep that clock moving, and you inch closer to another world title for the Kansas City Chiefs, who would be the first back-to-back Super Bowl champion since the early stages of the Patriots dynasty. First down and 10 for Purdy. Over the middle. He fires and finds Jennings. Second play that we've seen. It looks like it's going to be picked off by the defender, but the receiver does a really nice job making the adjustment. Again, you kind of look at it from a different replay angle. Is it as good or potentially good a defensive play as I think it is? Who knows? We take the one angle we get and the one play that we get. We don't get any replays for it. And that's what we work with here in the cutting-edge Madden universe. Nice job by Samuel. There he is. There he is. 3rd reception of the day for Deebo Samuel. 23 yards. It's good to see him back in the game, but far too little too late. Or far too late, I guess. You wouldn't say far too little.
Again, it's Purdy,
short drop, and a quick throw to pick up 5.
A gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Bouncing left, McCaffrey. 15 rushes, 96 yards. Handed off to him. He gets a touchdown here. He can break the century mark. Kansas City defense is finally starting to show some cracks. The San Francisco offense looks like it's in some nice rhythm here. McCaffrey bounces off an offensive lineman and into the end zone for 6. Christian McCaffrey does indeed pick up the 6 yards. It puts him over the century mark. 102 on the day, if I'm not mistaken. And it is 48-23.
That set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Oh, Madden, by the way, available now on EA Play. Part of your Xbox Game Pass subscription, or I believe you can subscribe to it on PlayStation for $5 a month, something like that. One of the many subscription services available on consoles.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one
I think for
away.
what EA asks, I don't think it's one of the better deals.
James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs
Ubisoft put some of their brand new releases out there, the like deluxe editions where you get like a little early access or whatever, but it's not, personally I don't find their catalog worth it. But EA has some good stuff in their back catalog, and even though you're not getting stuff day and date, the price is cheap enough to where it's like, not that big of a deal. I mean, realistically, who is playing every single EA game release these days? They don't release a whole lot of stuff.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
Pacheco holding that ball high and tight. Picks up 3. Just starting working this clock down to championship number 3 for Patrick Mahomes.
But this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to.
He already beat San Francisco, lost to Tom Brady, beat Philadelphia, and an opportunity to beat San Francisco.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Pacheco with a great run there out to the 36-yard line.
This O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire.
Edwards-Helaire with a huge run, holding on to that ball with everything he has, and he's all the way down to the 22-yard line. Monster run. 42 yards on the ground. Thank you, commentator, for knowing how big and how long that run was. Looked like he was a little hesitant there when he got around the corner and went, "There's no one here? Hello?" Oh, there's the helmet I was talking about.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now Mahomes.
Mahomes fires, and it's incomplete. Really don't need you throwing incomplete passes here. We want to keep this clock moving. This isn't an interesting game.
One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Quick pass from Mahomes to Kelsey. Kelsey fights to stay on his feet, but he'll get knocked down at the 2-yard line. Mahomes 11 yards shy of 500 yards through the air.
The way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Edwards-Helaire, clean path into the end zone.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again.
What?
Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
That was a rushing touchdown game? Please?
No answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Butker now to add the extra point.
Butker's kick is up and good. 6 play, 75-yard drive, where we heard that before all day today. 6 play, 70-plus yard drives consistently throughout this game. Gives them a 55-24 lead. Excellent. Excellent camera work right there. Just fantastic stuff. Oh, good God. I talked a little bit about it in some other videos, but I think the NCAA football game that they're bringing back, the college football game, could be an interesting cross section, I guess, between, or an interesting development concept, I suppose. I've been thinking about it more and more, and I've they've been doing the Madden annual forever. And it just feels lately like since they moved to like the PS5 generation, let's say, or even maybe Xbox One, PS4, where it just feels like code on top of code on top of code. It's just like barely holding together with like duct tape and half working screws. But I have wondered if they can get the EA Sports college football game to feel better, significantly better, or seems like it's just a more polished product. Is there a way that you could rebuild in less time, rebuild a Madden in like a new engine or in a new code set or whatever to make this game better than it has been for years? Because I would love to see that. Very excited about the new college football game. I don't think that thought process came out very cleanly, but it's been just a weird thought that I've had of like, this is how you reboot Madden. You make the EA college football game, you lay a solid foundation, you do the best work you can with it. Maybe it's a stripped down version of it, maybe it doesn't have quite all the bells and whistles and features that, I mean, if it has the big stuff, if it has exhibition, dynasty, even mascot mode for some people is a big thing. If you can try and polish that up as best you can, it's going to have Ultimate Team, and that's going to suck, but work the core to the most sturdy foundation you can, and then figure out a way to try and get Madden into that as well, and go from there. It's a fascinating prospect in my mind for that concept. We are rebuilding Madden in a different game to make it Madden. Make Madden better. Single back set, under 5 to go here in quarter number 4. Brock Purdy rolls out, fires. It's caught, and he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of 5. Second down coming up.
Second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have.
Kittle getting involved here late in this one, all the way down to the 13-yard line. Kittle's only had 5 receptions in this game.
22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up.
Do we actually see the backups? Are they going to put backups in this game? Or
once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number,
so second down and 12.
Because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Errant throw there, and it's third down.
But this one is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Purdy looking to throw.
Purdy throws in zone, wide open is Kittle for the touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners
just the perfect video game.
some inroads here to that deficit.
Yeah, you think they'll make it all the way back, video game? Video game commentator? You're going to come up with a 24-point deficit in 3.5 minutes?
I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to
Scooped up by Kansas City.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
.586 yards. Mahomes still on the field.
Off the option,
Perhaps looking for a specific number on his day. He's 15 yards, probably less than 15 yards away from 500 through the air.
Practice for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All the way down to 2 seconds. Again, just handing the ball off. That should bring us down to the 2-minute warning. They're down in 5. See if they put it in Mahomes' hands and try to let him pick up that first down. The one first down that they need to be able to start icing this game away.
It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That'll do.
Just 2 minutes remaining
Well, I
in the
guess
fourth quarter.
still 2 minutes to go.
A one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Play action pass. Mahomes throws out to Pacheco. Pacheco stays on his feet, and he will get the first down. He needed 5, got about 6 or 7. Those are the kind of plays that I'm talking about. That wasn't necessarily Mahomes' magic, but it is that almost like Kansas City way of that. He was dead to rights. Should have been a loss of yards on the play. Gets out of that tackle. He's up the field, and it's a first down on a back-breaking 3rd down and 5. I know this game's out of reach. I know it's, we're super deep in the fourth quarter, and this game has been long done. Those are the kind of plays. How do you survive those if you're the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl later this afternoon?
All you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd and 7.
All right, realistically, the last snap they need to take. Mahomes from the shotgun holds it until the final seconds of the play clock. Hands to Pacheco. Pacheco might have lost one. Bosa's going to get a tackle on that tackle in the backfield. And that'll do it. 55-31. Kansas City just knocked him out at the opening bell, and San Francisco just took way too long to get going. There you have it. There you have it, folks. Thankfully, I took that play clock down to 15 seconds, which means that you're losing an extra 5 seconds of gameplay for every play that runs with a running clock. So, yeah, I think that's where the sweet spot is. These videos don't need to be super long, especially when the games aren't good. Mahomes picks up his 3rd Super Bowl ring. Andy Reid picks up his 3rd as well. I don't think he won one in Philadelphia. He went to one in Philadelphia. Lost to Brady. Philadelphia, I don't think, won a Super Bowl until 2017, whatever they beat. They beat New England. But that will do it here as we take a look at the highlights. Some snazzy grabs early in this one. There's the Kittle score later in the game. But all Mahomes, Kelsey, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Will this be Andy Reid's final game? That's what I am very curious to know about. And if it is, does that mean But is there a possibility that Bill Belichick goes to Kansas City? I don't know. We'll find out later. Well, you all will find out tomorrow. Or I'll find out tomorrow. You'll find out later today. However that time situation works. Because it is Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you'd like to watch more content, click on over here where the gameplay is. Then you'll be notified if you ring the bell. And subscribe. Fill out a March Mascot Madness bracket. I have the link corrected in the description below. Thank you for letting me know that it was a problem. And watch more gameplay here, perhaps previous Super Bowl predictions. Thanks again for watching. Good day and good sports.